This video is for anybody who ever had any adult speak to them as a child in such a way that they were shamed or embarrassed or cut the legs from underneath them, okay? Made them feel small, right? When I was a kid, I had a teacher, and every single day she told me, why don't you just give up school? You're not really cut out for this, Nicola. You're not from the right side of the tracks. I don't think you belong here. Why don't you just give up and go back to where you're from? I cried every day. I cried every day in school, but I didn't listen to her and I kept going. Was I academic? Hell no. I had an awful lot going on. I had PTSD and everything going on then. So I struggled with learning, but I have determination and I have grit and I have tenacity. So I never gave up and I knew what my future would hold because I could see something bigger than she could see. Now, let me give you more examples. There's a gentleman who is a massive positive influence in my life. His name is Steve Harvey. For those of you who don't know him, look him up. He was told as a kid, he had a stammer, by the way. He couldn't speak when he left his home. And he was doing a class assignment and they had to use their imagination to tell everybody and share with everybody what it is that they wanted to do when they grew up. And he said he wanted to be on TV. And everybody was called up to the front and the teacher gave them a grade and discussed what it was that they said they wanted to do. And Stevie was left to last. And Stevie thought to himself, I've made it now, lads. She is after leaving me to last. And this is my first opportunity to get a gold star from me teacher. She's after leaving me to last on purpose because I wrote the best thing and nobody else in my class said that they wanted to be on TV. So she called him up and she shamed and embarrassed Steve Harvey in front of his classmates by saying, who do you think you are by saying you want to be on TV? Nobody in this classroom has ever been on TV. Nobody in this school has ever been on TV. Nobody in this town has ever been on TV. And look at you, you can't even talk. You have a stammer. What makes you think that you can be on TV? And she belittled the child, Steve Harvey, and sent him on his way with his stammer. The next person I want to tell you about is Lisa Nichols. Lisa Nichols is also a massive positive influencer in my life. Her English teacher told her that she should never speak in public and that she should have an office job that involved not dealing with people. Lisa Nichols is now one of the most sought after speakers on planet Earth and she teaches people how to speak. The next person I want to tell you about is Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey was told that she was too black, her hair was too curly, her nose was too flat, and her eyes were too far apart to be on TV. Now listen, people, it kind of worked out really well for her. Let me go back to Steve Harvey for a second. Every single year, he sends that teacher a flat screen TV because Steve Harvey is all over TV. Steve Harvey is everywhere. He has been successful in so many arenas, it's not even funny, okay? And he does an awful lot for his community. He's an amazing human being. I absolutely love him. I would love to work with him, actually. Now, let me tell you about two clients. They both actually told me the same story completely at separate times today. They both told me that they had red hair, they were skinny, and they were pasty white. And they got a really, really hard time about this as a kid. And that stuck with them. People making personal comments about what we look like when we're kids sometimes sticks with us and creates self-limiting beliefs, even as adults, okay? I know for sure that each one of those people that I have mentioned there still has healing to do for their inner child. I know this for sure. And I know, look, I've done an incredible amount of work on myself over the years, but I know for sure that I had to really, really work like for donkey's years trying to unravel and undo the damage that that teacher did to me. Okay? Now, I want you to share with me what you would say to the child version of who you are to heal what it is that somebody said to you that's untrue. Okay? Those people that took a chunk out of you or said something that was unkind that stuck with you are small-minded people. They didn't realise that they are supposed to be helping you fill yourself up so that your cup overflows, okay? In our homes, it is our responsibility to fill our children up, because when they go outside, people are going to poke holes in them. Let's not poke holes in them while we're here. And if you happen to work with kids or be a teacher or are a coach or whatever it might be really super conscious about the language that you use with kids. And sometimes just a flyaway comment might mean nothing at all to you in the moment, but it might have a detrimental effect to any child that absorbs that information. Because nobody is teaching our kids how to deflect and observe when people are being nasty, okay? So let's start a really open, honest and candid conversation. And what I want you to do is pop in the comments underneath what you would say to the child version of you to heal the damage that a smart comment or a rude comment or a hurtful comment that was poured into you from somebody who didn't know any better. Take it easy. Slán.